All right, welcome back to another episode of Journey Unknown. I'm Troy and this is Laura. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for dropping by.
And you've come at a good time because we are about to do a full trip wrap up. So if you've only just subscribed to our channel or just watched a couple of the last few episodes, you're in luck because we're going to take you all the way back to the 1st of January when we took off. And you're going to see the last 6 months in under an hour.
Yeah, we're going to jam it all in there. We'll show you all the places that we visited, what everything costs, and all that sort of the rigmarole. But at the moment, we are back down in Melbourne, back at the farm in South Gippsland. We're just at Laura's parents' house at this stage, just doing some work there for those guys. And yeah, we thought we'd put this little montage together for you guys. Yeah,
it's a really good overview of how the last 6 months panned out. A lot of you guys commented on our last episode that 6 months flew by, and it did. But when we watch what we got up to, we actually ticked off a lot of things, and that means you can travel, you know, the east coast or the west coast of Australia in 6 months, if that's your only time limit, which it was. And a lot of people did ask us, why did you go for 12 months? Well, there's different reasons for that. But if you're new to the channel, you probably don't know that we have 50% care of my son Harrison. And that's been the case ever since he was 4 years of age. And so he's with us week on, week off. And we had that 6 month period where we flew him into different areas. He's doing year 11 and 12 at the moment. So he had to obviously do schooling. And that's what we negotiated with his mum to be able to do that. So we are back now and planning our next little adventure. Yeah, but stay tuned. Let's take a look at our time in our first state, really, which was
South Australia. Yeah. Let's go.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah. Baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, but what doesn't make you will only make you stronger.
Oh, there you go. South Australia did not disappoint. We'd heard so much about Rapid Bay, and that was immaculate. We were so fortunate to get some really good weather there, and also fortunate enough to have my mate's boat with us as well. So if you haven't been to Rapid Bay, get around there because it is top notch.
Yeah, it was stinking hot the days that we were there, but we had the best time, and we've got a few little facts in here for you. So we thought that our favourite stays in South Australia was Rapid Bay camping area and Southend Tourist Park, which we love.
Yeah, well, Southend Tourist Park is one of my very favourites because that's where I proposed to Laura. So I absolutely love Southend. Yeah. But Rapid Bay was right up there. Like, I'd heard so much about Rapid Bay, was a bit concerned that it wouldn't meet its expectations. But I tell you what, we were, like I said earlier, fortunate enough with some great weather. Yeah. One thing I will say about Rapid Bay though, if you've never been there, just be mindful of how you bring your caravan down through those hills because it's extremely hilly coming in.
And they're also pretty strict on the check-in times, so don't try and get there early because they just won't let you in, unfortunately.
No.
But that was our favourites. Our least favourite stay was probably Cockatoo Lake Rec Reserve, only because there was hardly any water in the lake and we couldn't fish there and stuff, so it was very dry. The highest fuel that we paid was $1.84.9 and the cheapest was $1.69.9, so quite a difference there. Troy's fishing was the best on tour.
And can you believe it? Like, I literally bagged out on snapper.
Yeah.
I was catching snapper after snapper after snapper. And guess what? South Australia had a snapper ban on. Mm-hmm. Can you believe it? Because they had the green algae around at that particular time, there was no squid to be found at all. No, I'm not sure what it's like now, but 6 months ago, there was no squid.
Just our luck, right?
It was just a snapper and I just couldn't keep it. But anyway.
And the one stingray that you hooked onto.
Yeah.
So we spent 10 days in South Australia and we actually spent a lot of money in 10 days. $1,745, which averaged to be $174 a day, and we did 5 nights at a camp, at Rapid Bay, which is so cheap.
Yeah.
But that was the start of our journey, and that's where we were just like on holidays. Really, we kind of treated it like a holiday.
Pretty much.
All right. So the next destination we took off after a little stint back at the farm was off to Tassie.
Tasmania, that was short and sharp, and we jammed a lot in Tasmania. I mean, the food and the drinks and it was just beautiful.
Well, you and Dad and Mum just went to town on oysters, wine, whiskey, and sourdough bread.
And that's what you should do in Tasmania because they've got some of the best produce in the world.
They do. And we actually stocked up on quite a bit of honey.
Absolutely beautiful part of Australia, Tasmania, and we love Tassie. We've been there a fair few times. This time was a bit short and we didn't take the caravan over due to, we could get the caravan there, we couldn't get it back on the dates, and we had other things booked in Melbourne coming back. So what are the facts on Tassie, Dale?
Yeah, so our favourite stays in Tassie was the River Run Lodge, which was quite a little surprise, and the last night of accommodation that Troy and I stayed at, which was the Cove. So we kind of splashed out and stayed in the little A-frame home. Yeah,
where we saw the penguins and it was very free range. It was really really well done.
Yeah, and the open plan kitchen and fireplace, that was just so cool.
Yeah.
So they were our favourite. Our least favourite stay was at Discovery Parks Hobart. No offence to them. It was a pretty old rundown cabin, but it was pretty pet friendly, that one. That one had the big backyard.
It was only for the night, and it was, like Laura said, it was great for the dogs.
And this is all just out of the places that we stayed in that 10 days. So we stayed at some pretty good places. The highest fuel we paid was $1.99.9, and that was just in Geeveston, just before you head over to Bruny Island. So we actually filled up there, went over, and then filled back up in the same spot going back into Hobart. So we didn't have any cheap fuel on that trip. Obviously no fish was caught. Troy threw a line in, but no action there. So our total cost, now I did say South Australia was expensive, but total cost for Tassie was $4,014.25 over 10 days, which averaged out to be $401.42 per day. Now that does include the ship to Tassie, so the Spirit of Tassie. That cost us a bit. One thing that we did do was we used our Big 4 membership. So if you're a Big 4 member, you actually get a discount on the Spirit of Tassie. I think it's about 5%. So that included the Spirit of Tassie cost, and it also included the cost for the ferry to Bruny Island and back, which wasn't too expensive. It's much better than some of the other ferries around Australia, but that's why Tassie was very expensive, and the wining and dining.
And our accommodation.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't have the caravans. One of our thumbnails for Tassie was that it was our biggest regret that we went there too quickly. We rushed it. We know that. We had a window of opportunity to travel somewhere, and we chose Tassie. But next time we will go for a lot longer.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, on to Victoria.
Cause I memorized your edges, yeah, you're running through my
there's so much to do in Victoria.
There is.
Even in the winter months.
It was quite a good flashback to what we got up to, and we did actually go back to Victoria for a second time, so you'll see that if you watch the whole series again, if you've only just joined us. Fun facts about Victoria. Our favourite stays for the trip that we did was Lake Hume Ludlow's Reserve. So that was on our second trip, where we stayed on Lake Hume just outside of Wodonga. And also Carter's Beach. You really can't go past the Murray River. You find a good spot on the Murray, and it's top notch. Our least favourite stay would have had to have been Lake Burrumbeet, where there was a lot of permanent Victorians living, and you would have seen in that clip some of the mess that's just left behind. It's very, very untidy. Permanents have to live somewhere, but you can keep your campsite tidy. Like we all have to wherever we go. Highest fuel that we paid, now this was on our way home the first time, and this was quite a shock, $2.39.9 in Croydon, and our cheapest was $1.67.7 in Wonthaggi before we left for the second trip. Quite a difference there, and very costly. The only fish caught was an eel. He's very good at catching eel. That's a pastime hobby.
Eel, carp, you name it. If you want anything eradicated out of your local stream, give me a call.
Exactly. So the total cost of Victoria was $5,852.33. We spent a total of 49 days in Victoria, and there was probably about 30 days of that at home when we came back for a stint to see Harrison and try and sell the caravan.
And your dad's 80th birthday.
And Dad's 80th, yes. And so the average for that was $119.43 per day. So obviously we saved on accommodation there, but that was a wrap on Vic.
Do yourself a favour. If you haven't been to Victoria, it doesn't get enough footage, I don't think, on the YouTube planet. So if you're a creator, make sure you get down here, because there is some beautiful places to visit.
Yeah.
Not just your Dargos and
the high country.
But, it's such a big state. So
and don't come just over the school holidays, because that's actually the worst time to come.
Yeah.
Summer holidays, forget it. You won't get a camping spot anywhere.
And the winter's quite good.
Yeah. All right.
So many ways to
South Wales.
It had everything. Tell you what, it's got some hills. If you're not that confident in towing, probably...
Stick to the Hume.
Yeah.
Don't go through Sydney.
Don't go through the Macquarie Pass.
Oh, jeez.
But we had it all there in New South Wales. I mean, it's such a beautiful state to visit, especially when the weather's good.
Yes, and New South Wales has some amazing caravan parks. So if you're wondering why we didn't free camp much, well, we touched on that during the episodes. There's not many free camps along the east coast of Australia. And we wanted to experience some of these amazing caravan parks, and we did travel February, March, so it was really good weather. Still very hot. Which brings us to our favourite stays. I think this is our best one. Big 4 saltwater Yamba. There's a lot of hype around it, and it's all fair enough. It was amazing.
Very good.
And very close second was somewhere we found on our way home, which was Big 4 Solitary Islands Resort. That was a really great stay, and one that would tick the boxes for teenagers as well. Our least enjoyed stay in the whole of New South Wales was probably Malong Bowling Club. It just didn't have the...
Didn't have the vibe.
No.
I will say we had a great stay at our friend's house in Crookwell as well.
We did.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Even though I crashed the drone into his tree.
And funny enough, I still rated Malong Bowling Club lower than our stay outside Heathcote Station, because Malong just didn't have... I don't know. It felt like we were camping in someone's backyard, to be honest.
It did, but it was a means to an end.
Yes, we were on our way home, and it was a free camp.
Yeah.
The highest...
Donation camp.
Yeah. The highest fuel we paid on that trip was $2.59.9 a litre. That just hurts to say it. And that was in Lightning Ridge. And the cheapest we paid was $1.67.5 in Armidale, which would have been on our way home the second time, because that was very cheap. Only one flathead was caught in New South Wales, along with a heap of carp. I couldn't keep count, so that's not in there, but you've seen it.
Caught a great flathead, but it cost us an eye watch at the same time.
It did. Another fun fact about New South Wales is we went on a cruise. So we put the doggies into a kennel for 2 nights, and we went on the Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas just out of Sydney with our friends Danny and Tracy for a little sea adventure, really.
Yeah, it was great fun.
Yeah. And one more fact about New South Wales is that's where we decided to get a new RV.
We did, even though that has not happened yet.
Yeah. So that's where we started doing real research, and we're like, yep, let's do this. So that all happened in New South Wales. Our total cost was $8,529.13, and that was over 41 days. And we averaged $208 and $2 a day. Now that's quite expensive because that includes the cruise. Okay, so about $1,300 of that is the cruise, plus there's dog kennel fees, and we stayed at a lot of caravan parks in New South Wales.
Yeah, there's not a lot of free camps out there. But
we also ate out a lot. So remember, we're still early on in this trip. We're still enjoying our time of not working, and we paid for it. That's for sure. Okay, so now on to the fun stuff. We are about to move on to Queensland, and I had to split this, otherwise there'd be way too much footage at once. I made a decision to split it between the Tropic of Capricorn. So below the Tropic of Capricorn, I've marked as South Queensland, and above the Tropic of Capricorn, I've marked as North Queensland. So we're going to take a look at South Queensland, obviously for both trips that we did, because we went back twice to Queensland.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah. there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened.
Like we said, we went back twice, so we uncovered a lot in the outback and then a lot on the coast.
Fortunately, the weather is unbelievable there. Like, it's always warm. Unbelievable waterways. Caught my first mud crab. That was a win. Chili mud crab.
And as you can see, the Misto doesn't mind a swimming pool or two.
Yeah,
or three.
well, in that sort of weather, I'll tell you what, nothing better than jumping in a nice cool pool.
I know. Like I said, for New South Wales, we did go at the right time of year. I know a lot of people don't go up north at, you know, your February, March time, but we loved it.
Oh,
like, it was super hot, don't get me wrong.
It was super hot, but there was no crowds, which was unreal.
Yeah, and there were so many deals at the caravan parks. It was a winner for us.
It's worthwhile travelling off-peak.
Yeah. So we had two favourite stays. The first one was the Big Four Caloundra. Like, couldn't go past that. Great caravan park, great location. And the other one was Discovery in Tannum Sands. We loved that place. We were there for 4 nights. Again,
beautiful.
Great location and so much to do around the area.
Great swimming, great for the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice walks.
Awesome.
Least favourite part, and we actually didn't film this for you guys just because we had a lot going on, but we only stayed there one night, which was Valeview Federation Park. So that was that overnight camp just outside of Toowoomba. It was safe enough. It was just very loud with the road noise, and it's only a 24-hour stay anyway. Highest fuel that we paid in South Queensland was $1.89.9 in Boyne Island, which is Tannum Sands, next to Tannum Sands. And the cheapest was $1.69.9 in Upper Coomera. That was on our way home. Fish caught was 1 mud crab.
I'll take that though.
Many carp, again.
Too many bloody carp.
But the mud crab was a huge winner.
I wasn't even fishing for a mud crab. I was trying to catch bait.
Yeah, that's right.
I was trying to catch yabbies or something, and I pulled the net up, and I was so blown away. I couldn't believe it. This bloody mud crab was in there, and I was so excited. And then it worked out that it was a male. And yeah, happy days. But yeah, that was the last one I caught. So first and last. Before
we move on, pretty much Rockhampton, we were starting to make a decision about what we were going to do because fuel was starting to get out of control, and the caravan was up for sale. We had our sights on securing this new RV, you know, pretty quickly. So we made a decision then, are we going to turn around or are we going to continue on to the Northern Territory?
Yeah, we really didn't want to risk it. We didn't know what fuel was going to be or whether you could even get fuel in Northern Territory at that time. I mean, hindsight's an amazing thing, but we would have definitely travelled over to the Northern Territory and then across into Western Australia, but that wasn't to be. So we decided to turn around at that time, and glad we did because we got a lot of things sorted out and were able to catch up with your parents and my parents. And
so like we said, we did have to come home for Dad's 80th in some form, so whether that was flying or driving. But we made the choice that after Cobble Gorge, which you'll see in the next snippet, we turn around from there instead of heading further west to Karumba and beyond, which we so wanted to get to, and we will get to.
Well, we had bookings there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So we will try and get there in the future, but we made a decision to turn around and head south, and we saw some amazing places on the way back.
We're not disappointed that it didn't happen because we know, and it's like a lot of people say to us, oh, you should have gone to here, you should have gone there. That our travel hasn't stopped. It's not, just because we're having brief moments at coming home, it doesn't mean that we're never going back to those places. So
before we show you the footage from our time in North Queensland, I'm going to give you the facts right now. Our absolute favourite stay was Cobble Gorge, without a doubt. That was our bucket list item to get to, and it was the best.
Unreal.
Yeah, and we were so glad that King Billy came with us and he got to experience the gorge, the resort, and spend some time with us. So that was amazing. Our second place that we really loved was Halliday Bay Golf and RV Park. That was a hidden gem that we kind of just stumbled across and had a great stay there.
The owners there are the most friendliest people that you'll meet and hardworking.
Yeah.
Like there's two of them that run that whole resort, golf club, but I tell you what, there's some work loaded into their cooking, everything, and just the most hospitable people that you'd probably meet.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, our least favourite place that we stayed at, this was probably your...
Oh dear.
Your choice, darling. You weren't wrapped with it.
No, I wasn't overly wrapped with it. It's basically they have all John Deere equipment and you pay extra to go and look through the museum, which we didn't do, or you could get a farm tour in the buggy, which we didn't do because we've been around farms our whole lives, so we didn't worry about doing that, but it was literally right at their backyard.
It just didn't have a good feeling. Like these are our personal opinions. You go there and check it out for yourself.
Yeah. Actually, she was quite lovely. Nothing against the person or the place.
No.
It's just how the campsites are situated.
Yeah. We had to choose one of our least favourite places, and that was it. Out of everywhere that we stayed, that was our least.
Yeah.
Now, highest fuel that we paid in North Queensland was $3.50.
We were probably lucky to get that one because we did pass one that was $3.80.
That is true, but I remember this fuel station. They had a great shop of groceries, and I just took a pack of Tim Tams off, like not thinking much, until I realised that I paid $7.50 for those Tim Tams. So no wonder the fuel was so expensive.
Yeah.
Anyway, the cheapest fuel was $2.35.9 a litre. It didn't get much cheaper than that, to be honest.
This is when we started to panic a little bit. We're like, we budgeted $2.50 at the max, and when it's getting up at $3.50, you've really got some issues. And believe me, YouTube doesn't pay that well.
So our total Queensland cost for both the south and the north, we spent $14,204.43. We were in Queensland for 75 days, and we averaged $189.39 per day, and that is pretty much a mix of fuel, groceries, and caravan parks on the east coast. Everything changed when we went inland towards back home.
Yeah,
really.
They're not too bad.
All right, let's take a look at the footage, and at the end of this footage you will see a few more facts. thinking what I'm thinking. I just want to get back in the car and get back up there.
North Queensland is top notch. Absolutely loved every minute of it. Cobalt Gorge, an amazing place. We were fortunate enough to be there with not too many people. The pool, just everything about it was unreal.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
We actually went to Cobble Gorge just after Easter.
But they were really busy prior to that.
Yeah, so there's a hot tip. If you don't want the crowds, don't go the Easter long weekend.
Because there's a lot of sites there. They do host a lot of people. And the pool's reasonably large, but it'll get pretty full pretty quickly.
But if you want to see more of that, go back to that particular episode. But we covered so much of North Queensland, all the way up to Cairns, even a bit of the Daintree as well.
Well, I think in that whole 6-month period, we covered a lot. Yeah. Every single day we filmed, maybe 1 or 2 days off filming. We showcase every single thing about our trip.
That goes for cooking, cleaning, fishing,
the
showing.
Arguing.
The biffos, right?
Yeah, just the works. But hopefully our channel actually shows you guys the reality of travelling.
And the raw footage of us.
Yeah, we put it all out there. Ultimately, you should just be yourself.
That's it.
We loved every single moment of our 6-month trip. There's not a state that we didn't love. We're just so thankful and appreciative that we're able to do this sort of stuff, and it's all because of you guys watching this channel.
Absolutely.
So, and even a lot of people that say, oh, you haven't done the full lap of Australia. We've travelled nearly every part of Australia. We've been to Western Australia and Ningaloo. We've done it all.
In one of our upcoming episodes, we'll show you the map completed with all of our treks, okay? Yeah. So we might not have done the traditional full loop all at once in 12 months or 2 years or whatever. We have done bit by bit, and that's because we travel around with work and Harrison. Yeah, that's right. And it's not to say that won't ever happen, but it's just how we do it, and hopefully we can encourage you guys to get out there and do that as well, because everyone's busy with work and everything else, and children and sporting events and all that sort of stuff. So you can just block out a couple of months and to take off to do shorter trips, and you can jam a lot in. So start with your weekends, your long weekends, then your week of annual leave, and go from there. But this episode was all about it cost how much, and $34,000 in 6 months. Now that's not for everyone. We ate out a lot. All of our facts are up there. Pause your TV and you'll be able to read it all. But we spent over $3,000 in eating out. Now that was a bit of a shock to us. We made some changes to that coming home. Yeah, that's for sure. But the biggest cost for us was $9,500 on fuel, and we just couldn't avoid that. And we got a lot of scrutiny as well about talking about the fuel prices and stuff. But we're just telling you how it is, because a lot of you were actually going to take off around this time, and you wanted to know how much the fuel was. Yeah, we sort of get a lot of comments also on why don't you free camp and all this sort of jargon. Look, along the East Coast, it's very difficult to get free camps. There is a lot of free camps inland, which we free camped quite a bit. Yeah. We don't just pick a paddock or a gravel pit on the side of the road just for a camp night out. We want to enjoy it for what it is. So if there's a caravan park there and it's a good park, we want to go and experience it. It's as simple as that. And they have to be in the right location. We're not going to camp at a free camp 45 minutes away from the coast. Then we're just going to be wasting fuel and time coming back and forth. It doesn't make sense. So we would rather pay the money and stay at a really nice caravan park. We can use their pool, their facilities, power, everything, and make the most of it. So fuel was our biggest cost. And our least cost was actually drinks, alcohol, and that's because we took our own, and we bought some on the ship as well. We didn't buy much alcohol at all. No, we didn't buy much at all. Transport was the ferries and the cruise, the Spirit of Tassie. Lodging is accommodation, so $5,600 in that. Groceries, $5,300. We spent a lot on groceries. The further you head north and inland, it costs a lot. Yeah. You would have seen in that footage, $17 for cheese. Like, what the? In saying that, we actually took a lot of meat from the farm as well. So we didn't buy a lot of meat products. That's right. We had the whole car full of
freezer meat from the farm. Yeah, we had most of our own alcohol.
We had some eggs, but
so yeah, you still spend a lot at these supermarkets.
You do.
But it is what it is, you know.
That is the end of our 6-month journey. We really hope that you guys have enjoyed the Roads Less Travelled series. We did take some roads less travelled, despite what some people might say, and Google took us some roads less travelled on purpose. We wanted to experience different areas of Australia and places that you don't always see, and we hope we have shown you some of that. We have a little reel at the end of this episode thanking people that came on tour with us, people that met us along the way, and thanks to you guys for all of your support, just watching the ads, watching the episodes, giving us a like, a super thanks, a channel appreciation, a hype, all of those things just don't go unnoticed.
So that's it for this episode. Thanks again for all your support. It's just remarkable, everyone that gets behind the channel. We really appreciate it. It enables us to do what we do.
It's not the end of the channel. We are still going to put out 1 episode a week, and we are actually going away this week, which is something very exciting because we've been home for a couple of weeks now, so it's good to be able to get back out on the road.
Yeah, definitely. We're missing it. It's the first time we've been on the camera for a couple of weeks well. So
yes, so it might be a bit rusty.
Hopefully we're not too rusty.
And then at the end of the month, we'll give you an update about the caravan and the new RV, where that sits. So yeah,
watch this space. All right, guys, have a fantastic week, and we'll see you on the next week's episode.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye for now.